Winning Tennis.
Now, when a lot of people play tennis, they have a very fixed wrist. Their wrist, when they make contact with the ball, is very stiff. They hold the racket tight, and it's like, ugh. And when that happens, you get very little power on the ball. What we need to achieve is a 90-degree angle. This is going to help you immensely. Now, if you can't get this 90-degree angle, you try to get close to it. All right, so this little trick has to involve your wrist. Okay, we need a looser wrist. The wrist is like a whip. It's like a whip, and the pros, when they put that racket back and they start to move the racket forward, it snaps back into this 90-degree angle here. A lot of people, especially if they learned how to play in the 1970s, they have a very fixed wrist. They don't hit the ball out in front of them here, so they're not generating a lot of power. Their wrist, and they also hold the racket very firmly. So my tip for today is, it's two parts. One is we need to achieve this 90-degree angle. We're going to, now if you cannot do this, because some people have a very hard time hitting the ball like this, we want to start here, and we just want to move the racket forward and make impact in front of the body here, okay? So we would keep our wrist here. There's a trainer on Amazon for the wrist that actually keeps the wrist in this position, and you would simply move the racket into the ball here and then complete the stroke. Now, fundamentally what we want to do is after we hit the ball, we want to release that. We're not going to carry it through like this. We're going to release that wrist and come on through. So what I need you to do, I need you to have that 90-degree position on the wrist, and it has to be loose. When we come to meet the ball, here's the 90 degrees between the forearm and the wrist. We're going to make contact, and then we're going to release. Okay, so the position would be, I'm setting up in my forehand, which is a whole nother video that we're going to go through. But basically, this is called my power position. From here, I'm going to set the racket back, and when I come through, I'm going to have that 90-degree angle on the wrist. I'm going to make contact here, okay? So I still have that 90-degree angle when I make contact. And then as soon as I make contact, right when the ball hits, I'm going to release it, and you can see my hand extends out. So my racket is here, okay? If I was doing the windshield wiper, my racket would be here. If I wanted to get ultra topspin, I would do this. It's almost like looking in a reverse mirror. But often I don't need to do that. I'm just hitting, and I'm coming out here, closing the racket, and coming through. So now the other key with this is not just to get the 90-degree position, but you want to have a very, very loose wrist, almost like whipping at the ball. So if you have a 90-degree and you're fixed like this, that's not going to work. You have to be very loose with the wrist. So we want to practice this as a flexibility exercise. This is something good to do. Now, one other thing, when you make contact with the ball, okay, it's not this. The wrist doesn't go like this. It just goes straight. So if I'm pointing, hitting to the camera, and I make contact here, my wrist is here, and now it comes across. What I'm not doing is this. We don't want to do that. That could hurt your wrist. So the two things here, the 90-degree angle and the release and the loose wrist. Combine all those together. Let's see me hit a few. We're going to see me hit a few with a fixed wrist, and then I'm going to use a loose wrist, and we'll see the difference. All right, so we're going to hit with a fixed wrist, which is a lot of people have a fixed wrist. They don't have that 90-degree angle. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. And it feels very awkward. A little bit more towards me. Okay, so you probably can't see that, but you definitely can't see that, but it's not a lot of power, it's not a lot of precision, it feels very awkward. So now I'm going to go into my 90-degree angle. I'm not going to really use a lot of looseness because I just want to get the 90-degree feel first, okay? So get that 90-degree angle. Okay, oh nice. Much better. Okay, I'm a little stiff on the wrist, but what I'm doing here is I'm trying to just get the 90-degree angle. Don't back up too much. Okay, so now I'm going to use a little bit of whipping motion as well.
Back up.
There it is. Loose wrist. There it is. Okay, last one, last one. There it is. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the 90-degree angle. I'm trying to get that 90-degree angle and let the wrist just go loose and just flow into it and come across. You do that, and I guarantee you're going to be improving your forehands. Hope this video helped you. Please subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.